Hi folks, welcome to day 8 of our February yoga journey. So today we're just going to do some breath work together. We're going to do a 3-part breath practice, which is really good for learning how to correctly breathe so we can take in like the maximum level of oxygen into our system. Also encourages, just like we did last time, encourages that deeper breath, which is super calming for the system. So if we're anxious, we can often breathe in the space up here and do quite short, shallow breaths, but this allows us to do a nice deep full breath all the way through. So I use this in quite a few of my yoga practices, and I think it would be quite useful any time of the day, really. I think with the last one I suggested just before bed, you can do this one as well, but this one's also quite invigorating as well, so you can try it out, see how you get on. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll begin by getting ourselves comfortable. So if you want to grab yourself a nice pillow to sit on, a blanket to get cozy under. I would say if you're struggling a little bit with lower back pain in a seated position, you can lie down and you can also move your hands a little bit easier, more easily in this position. So see how you get on. So get yourself comfortable to begin with, and let's start by taking our awareness into our body. So noticing how it's feeling, noticing the sounds in our surroundings, closing our eyes. Just finding some awareness in the present moment. And start to draw that belly breath in through the nose and out through the nose if you can. So you can place maybe your right hand on your belly, left hand could go on your heart, and you're just going to breathe into that belly space and allow the navel to push outwards as you expand into this space. So the chest stays still, it's just the belly that's moving here. And you can practice a few times, then we'll take 3 counted breaths here. So let's count those 3 breaths, and that's 3 inhales, 3 exhales. One more breath. Perhaps already you feel a little bit calmer. So we're going to move our hand just to our lower rib cage now and breathe into this lower space of our chest. So imagine filling up the base of your lungs here. So we'll just try that breath now. Again, just get used to the feeling and then count 3 nice long breaths. Full inhale, full exhale. As you breathe, you'll feel your rib cage expand into your hand and release as you exhale. So let's count those 3 breaths now. And 3. And then we'll take those higher breaths. So the breaths that are in the upper part of our chest, maybe all the way up to our chin. And you can place your hands on your collarbone here to just feel that breath moving the upper part of your chest. So let's breathe into here now. And let's count those breaths. 3 nice breaths. release. So if at any point during the combination of the breaths that we're about to take, you want to return to a regular breath, you can do. For some people, it feels quite uncomfortable to combine all three together, but that's the plan. I'm going to do that now. If you imagine filling up your torso, so this is your torso, head at this end, legs at this end, filling it up like you would a container. So you're filling it up with water. So it fills up from the bottom first, all the way up to the top. And then as you would pour maybe that water away, it would come from the top down again. And that's kind of how we're going to do this breath. So we inhale and we fill up the belly space, then the kind of rib cage area, then around the collarbone. And then as we breathe out, we breathe out the opposite way, collarbone, rib cage, belly. So we're going to just do 3 of those just as an example today. And if you feel like you need to, just return to a belly breath because it's a bit easier, or just your regular breath, you can do. Just stay aware of how it's feeling, aware of how you're doing as well. Okay, so we'll combine them at this point. So all the way into the belly first. Filling up the space. Then moving your hand to your chest, filling up here. Last little breath up here. And then release top. Ribcage. Belly. And again, all the way in. Filling up the ribcage. And the upper chest. And then release. And it doesn't have to be uncomfortable. One last time. So filling up until it's done, rather than trying to overfill. And release. Coming back to your regular breathing pattern. Once again, noticing how you're feeling. Slowly, maybe rubbing your hands together. You can place them over your eyes. Have a big stretch. Maybe do some yoga. I hope you've enjoyed today's little breathwork practice. And you can always incorporate a little bit more as you get used to this concept. You can go for a few more breaths, but just take your time to begin with, especially if it feels a bit unfamiliar or peculiar to your body, breathing in a completely different way to how you normally would. So, like I said, hope you enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, and namaste.